Hello guys, today we're going to be playing Kerbal Space Program, and we're going to be building a craft, a rocket, that will go to the moon. So this is Kerbal Space Program version 1.6, where they have the new Delta V thing, so I don't have to calculate it. Like, there are mods that can do that, but it's just that I already have a lot of mods. So the new update helps a lot. So we're going to go to the vehicle assembly building, and so let's just build a new craft. This craft is going to be like any other satellite, but because we are in career mode, we don't have many options, so we'll just use this. This is the best one I have. Relay antenna, communitron. These things should go first because they're like the things I always forget. Just put it on like this. Electrical, 200, which is okay. Equivalent up to 2 of these. Then we need our photovoltaic panels. Let's just use the longer ones. Place them right here. Now we're going to need a couple scientific stuff. Science stuffs. Cool, huh? So mystery goo. We only need one of them. Prismat barometers. No. Thermometer. Wait, this wasn't mirrored. Did this, and so we'll have it on the other side as well. Yep, that's working. Coupling. Yeah, this is small enough. Then we need a payload part. This part, like a lot of the stuff in here is modded, but we aren't going to be using that modded stuff because this is stock, hopefully. The small one. So now we're actually working on the parts in the rocket. So 0 Delta V, because we don't even have an engine. Place in an engine, which is going to be this, the Terrier. So they had a revamp of all sorts of things. Then we're going to need one of these. Mostly just this part. These FUD liquid fuel engines are really useful in career mode because they do have quite a bunch of thrust, and because they're radial, instead of having only one attachment point, you can have multiple. We only have enough delta V, or change in velocity, to get us into orbit. I just want to be safe here, and I'm a terrible pilot, so let's just add more engines. These engines aren't going to be very powerful, but we're just trying to add more fuel. Go to fuel tanks, external fuel ducts. So we're going to have the fuel run from these tanks over here to the main one. So the arrows are pointing in here, and then these engines are going to be burning fuel as well, using Terrier engines. They aren't very powerful, but they're good enough. Aerodynamic stuff. Yeah, they're facing the right way. Let's call it satellite 29. So this should be okay. Maybe let's just add some more thrust. Stick them right here. And then stick them on the other side as well. And let's put them all in the same stage. Place it into this, and then place these engines, and place these all in, and we should be good. SAS on. SAS. The beginning part is the hardest part. But if you get past the beginning, You should be able to go sort of far. Let's just speed things up. Not much is going to happen around this point. We are not going to be turning yet. So solid fuel is still going. See, in this tank, no fuel is being used. Well, fuel is being used, but it's constantly being supplied by these tanks. So solid has just ran out. So this is the more dangerous part. We're going to be reducing our thrust. But you see here that we're losing velocity. We're going to wait until these run out. We're going to pop them off. And this will still be a full tank, as you see here. So these engines don't have much power, but they're just enough to prevent us from falling too quickly. Decouple. We need it to be higher, so we're going to raise our thrust again. We're going to start turning. So first we need to get into a stable orbit. This is high enough. Just a little extra so that, like, air resistance. Not much air resistance at this point, but still some. Prograde. And skip time. We just want to get to apoapsis. Prograde. We're in space now. We probably don't need that. Our reaction wheels aren't enough in this to turn the entire rocket, so we're going to use the gimbal from our engines. We're going to get into a stable orbit. These are about to run out. Either that or we blow it up using the fairing. Bye! This is going to take a while. So right now we are in an orbit, and we have 2,233 meters per second of delta V left. So now we're going to need to get to the moon. So you can approximate it around 45 degrees, around this maneuver node. So we're going to try and keep it as simple as we can, so we can just say prograde. So we're gonna have an encounter with the moon, and that's in 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So let's just wait. Four minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute stop. Prograde. Engines on. So we have enough delta V to do this. We actually probably have a little bit too much delta V. And once we get around there, we're going to do a retrograde burn. And with our retrograde burn, we should be captured by the moon. What? Yeah, I think that's enough. Well, it's just... We're close to the moon now, but sometimes there's like a weird change that happens when we get here. And at periapsis, we should just retrograde once we get to periapsis, the lowest point in orbit. Let's just retrograde right now. Use these to help us so we don't waste too much electricity. Okay, we might get captured, so it's curving to get captured by the moon. Now we're going to have to just continue going some more. until we get to Periapsis. Nearly at Periapsis. Good enough. Everything's like good enough here. We're at this point. Circularization. Not too fast. Stop. Hey, we're really close to Periapsis. Keep our engines on. Just so that we can turn faster. And we're in orbit of the moon. We aren't landing, we're just in orbit. We still have some fuel left, but what are we going to do with it? Land? Haha. Throw that piece out. And that's the end of the video for today. I hope you enjoyed this very bad video. It's probably very cringy as well. Bye!